Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have ourselves a 1v1 on Kholodny Ferma. Our heroes today are going to be once again Romeo, playing as the US forces in the blue. And his opponent is going to be none other than Fortune, playing as the OKW in the red. Now once again we find ourselves, as you can see by the observer mode, in the Company Heroes 2 balance beta. And this game, unlike the previous ones that I've casted from the beta, is actually from a replay. This is not a live game. Shouldn't be much of a difference, obviously, because, well, I mean, we're still watching it anyways. But the reason I mentioned this is because we may see an improvement, which is what we're going to test out. Previously, we have had some frame drops in watching live games, so I'm hoping that maybe, you know, since it's now officially a replay and you're not still getting information on the fly, maybe that helps out with the performance. But, well, regardless, we'll find out. Also, I should mention that I didn't cast it live because I didn't actually want to cast 2 games of Romeo in a row, and this is being cast on the same day that the previous beta cast came out, which was one of Romeo. But I saw that Romeo and Fortune were playing, and I just couldn't pass that up. So the way that I got the replay is you just actually watch the game live, and once you finish, as you saw in the first one, you're actually given the option to save the replay itself. And yeah, so I sniped that, and now I'm going to be casting this game. So, regardless, let's go ahead and watch what's been going on in the map. So, we got Romeo building himself rifles, and more rifles. Third rifle squad coming out now. We have both of his rifles down south with the rear echelon squad, so he is currently foregoing the northern part of the map. For his part, Fortune is getting a Kubel, or got a Kubel, plus 2 Volksgrenadier squads. Storm Piles are going for the cutoff over here. However, they put themselves into heavy cover since they are being assaulted by 2 rifle squads. Kubel Wagon moving into support, however, getting very close up in the, well, what I'm trying to say, too close for comfort there against the rifle squad. Rifle squad does chase it down, but the Kubel is too fast, too nimble, moves itself back, manages to get the squad suppressed and forces it away. Second squad still on the field, however, but it will move itself out of the arc of fire. Nice control there by Romeo. Hides behind that shack, and it will allow him to keep that squad on the field. The third rifle squad now coming up, and we see a third Volksgren squad being produced for Mr. Fortune. Now, excuse me if I fumble a little bit through the overlay, or not overlay, but the menus here, because I am still not entirely used to it, but that is why I want to start casting more and more of the beta, because, well, both it's, you know, better considering the changes that were made in the beta and the balance, and, you know, I get to practice more and get more familiar with the observer mode and where the information is displayed. So yeah, I mean, usually I would be looking over here to see what the enemy is doing, and on top what the main player is doing. So, you know, looking in the different sides of the map, it's fine, but, you know, it takes a little bit getting used to. So anyways, up in the north, we see the rifle squads for Romeo moving up to try to engage and capture territory. Kubel Wagon trying to stop them. However, this rifle squad is in heavy cover, so it manages to inflict a decent amount of damage there on the Kubel Wagon. Kubel Wagon down to about 10% health. Stone Pioneer's going to move up to repair it. And the Volksgren squad pops into that shack, which will give them a lot of cover. Now, you can see here that this house with the thatched roof and, you know, looks pretty flimsy. It's actually taking damage to small arms fires. This was one of the changes that were made to the buildings on the balance patch, or the balance beta, I suppose, where weak buildings like these ones, even though this is a big building, it's still weak because of its materials. It does actually take damage to small arms fires. It won't probably be collapsing to it anytime soon, but it will, you know, slowly whittle it down. So the rifles up in the north still holding the line. They managed to hold off as long as possible, allowing the one up in the north to decap that point. It didn't go for the fuel point, which it maybe should have, considering this squad was, you know, laying there live in the line to stall for a bit, but it's still going to be able to capture a lot of territory up there. Kubel Wagon moving down to the south or center portion of the map, I guess. Guys in the church, again, you can see the church is made out of wood, so it also takes damage to small arms fire. I would have expected this one to maybe not take damage, maybe like the jacks only, but no, this one you can still see that the structural integrity of it does suffer a little bit of damage to the small arms fires. which is fine. I mean, but it does mean that like something like an MG42 will whittle your buildings down rather quickly. Rifle squad getting suppressed. They managed to vault over the tree logs there to get themselves into some light cover. However, once suppressed, they decide, you know, we actually have to call it quits here and just get the hell out of there before we get ourselves killed. Doctrine has been selected for both players. We can actually see it down there, and we see that it's Recon Support Company for Romeo, and it is the Fortifications Doctrine for Fortune. So a little bit easier to show that. We still have the ability to... Oh, wait, never mind. That's not what I want. Isn't this supposed to... Huh. Isn't there a way to show the player list, though? Well, I guess I'm wrong. Okay, well, anyways. A unit has been lost for Romeo. I'm not sure what it was. Was it a rifle squad? Was it the F4? Damn, I didn't check. Too busy checking the menu over there. Oh well. So center map, the Kubel wagon does finally go down for Fortune. We got the rifle squad just holding strong therein. Obviously, they are able to take it down. But Fortune is recovering a lot of the map. I do wish there was a way to make the minimap a little bit bigger, because even though it's nice to not obstruct as much as the of the field and have a bigger view, a bigger view of the battlefield, I think the minimap is a little bit too small for my tastes. But well, maybe that's just me. I mean, you can still see what's going on, but it's very small there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it evolves and what it comes out to. So Romeo starting to set up his well, blob, for lack of a better word. It is one of the common, common opinions right now in the, well, not even the beta, even, before the beta on the previous, the retail patch, I guess, that the U.S. forces are very blobby. That is pretty much what they're designed to do. It's hard to have you be effective any other way, but, well, we'll see. I mean, Romeo isn't necessarily blobby. I mean, he's sending all his troops in the same direction. Captain decides to stop over at the munitions point to cap, but the Volkswagen squad gets itself caught between 3 Grenadier squads. They are retreating, and they should be able to make it out a little bit quicker now. The pathing and responsiveness for the units has been improved to where even if, for example, these ones right here that are getting stuck between the infantry, the other guy isn't going to stop and wait for them. He's just going to book it and get the hell out of there. So that one man manages to keep the squad alive because he didn't get caught in the tracks. Now in the field, however, for Fortune, we do have the flak half-track. The flak half-track is setting up, firing on the rifle squads. Rifle squad's going to get shot at, instantly getting suppressed on one of the squads. The second squad moves out of the way. Other squad decides to retreat as it does not want to stay in the line of sight and fire of that flak half-track, and away it goes. We do have, obviously, the bazookas on the field for the captain. Captain still struggling to capture that point. It's taking a while. The flak half-track moves up. The captain does manage to get a shot off on it with a bazooka. But, well, the bazookas are not enough to do that. He manages to actually decap the point and put himself on a blindside. However, the MG34 for Romeo manages to get a kill on the captain, well, one of the members of the captain squad, and forces it to move, and then it gets shot. So, flak half-track getting some shots off at a distance at the rifle squad down south. However, it is hitting the hedge row right there, so the shots are not getting through. They're just impacting on the tree line. And yeah, that's about it. Not much else going on. Also, something to note, I guess, I didn't mention it before. I mean, all the information is here that you would want to know. The bulletins are available. I do wish that they changed the positioning of this. Like, it appears right here. I don't think it should there. I mean, if any place, maybe just on top of this bar over here where the unit information is, or on top of, where you're looking at. But, I mean, that's a remnant of the previous setup of the overlay because, yeah, that's where it goes. Anyways, so Romeo has 3% vehicle rotation on his Sherman. He's got accuracy for riflemen, and he's got 50 cal, 2% increased accuracy. Fortune, he's got 3% accuracy on his MG34, 2% accuracy on his MG34, and 3% accuracy on Volkswagen. So, yeah, not bad. Flak half-track doing a lot of work, managing to force away another rifle squad. Other rifle squad does get suppressed, but manages to get out of the way. There is an MG34 shooting at it at a very wide angle. but it does get forced away. Bazookas are taking some shots at the church. The church is again suffering some structural damage. However, it will take a while for it to fall. Generally speaking, with the changes that were made to the buildings, they are essentially made to last a lot longer, even though there has been some reports of some weapons taking out buildings really, really quickly. So we'll see what goes on. Up in the far north, we have an engagement. Rear echelon squad trying to capture the fuel point. MG-34 there to stop it. I don't think it's even going to be able to decap it. Can it? It looks like it might. Shot flies, and yeah, they actually do manage to decap it before they get pinned down. Down south, we also have a rifle squad down to 2 men. Took a bit of a beating there to a rifle. Looks like a grenade, probably. You can see the explosion right there. But it does get the win, so.
The capture point is being overrun. Area's ours. Reinforcements in. Welcome to the
Excuse me. Need a little bit of water there. Anyways, Fortune going for the good old cut-off here on Kholodny Ferma. Pushes forward with a Storm Pioneer squad and covers it with a flak half-track. That is going to be very difficult for Romeo to break, so Romeo no longer getting any support or income, I guess, from the southern parts. Rifle squad gets itself eliminated, even dropping a bar out on the field. We have a lot of infantry pushing forward. They should probably go pick it up. Can anybody actually pick it up? Yeah, there's a squad there that can pick it up. 2 squads can pick it up. Yeah, these 2 squads over here actually have a slot available to pick it up, but we'll see. Anyways, MG-34 getting some shots off on the rifles as they approach, getting 1 squad suppressed. The other squads continue to push forward. The flak half-track is set up to cover an angle. It is hidden behind the trench. We do have the Greyhound on the field for Romeo. It has taken quite a beating, though, and it does not look like it's going to be surviving very much longer. Greyhound is not something we see very often. It does have the the familiar gun right there. We don't actually get to see the description of it, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there we go. Has the canister shot. So, okay, so that's similar to the Stewart from the Brits in Vico. So it has that canister shot. Interesting. Haven't personally used this because it's apparently only available in this Doctrine, the Recon support company. Kind of like the M20 utility car, a little bit better. It has, surprisingly enough, more utility. So anyways, center map, all the infantry pretty much forced away. We do have a rifle squad popping into the church. Church now taking a lot of damage. It is down to about 25-30% strength, 30% integrity. We have the Greyhound moving up to the far north, getting repaired at the same time by both rear echelons and the vehicle crew, trying to get it up and working as fast as possible. Volkswagen squad and flak half-track move up. The Greyhound will get some shots off on that flak half-track, but the flak half-track is going to wreck it. Oh, you can just see the amount of damage that it opens up with. Takes another shot there at the flak half-track. Flak half-track, again, takes damage, but the Greyhound took a beating and is forced to once again move away. Flak half-track not being supported by a Storm Pio squad, so it doesn't really have the ability to repair right now. And the Storm Pio squad seems to be back at base reinforcing, yeah, so it's going to take a little bit. Also, we see that Fortune has gone for the Mechanized Regiment headquarters, so he can just simply move his flak half-track back, get it automatically repaired, and then move it back out. Romeo pushing out once again. He gets his crew out, start getting the repairs going, and everybody pushes forward. Smoke getting popped there by the flak half-track as it moved right in front of all the infantry. Nice reaction there by Fortune. And the infantry support gun taking some shots directly at the Greyhound. The Greyhound getting recruited once again. Probably going to take a shot here. Ooh, almost. But the Greyhound is on the field, so that is pretty much what they need. An AT gun wouldn't be too bad here for Fortune. I mean, he does have the captain already produced, so he has the ability to get an AT gun. And, yeah, I mean, try to potentially keep that flak half-track back, or maybe kill it even if Fortune is a little bit clumsy with it. Rocket and Warfare getting produced for Fortune. So far, he has lost a Volkswagen squad, and seems to be about it. Oh, well, he lost his Kubel wagon as well. He's got 2 Volks, 2 MG-34s, and an infantry support gun, so a bit passive, but, you know, still has the ability to cap around in the map. MG-34 covering down south. We see rifle squads running straight into it. We have the Greyhound in that area. Greyhound can move in and support. MG34 opening up on the rifle squad. The Greyhound is right there. Greyhound takes a couple seconds. Is it going to push? No. Actually decides to just retreat the rifle squad and make it out of there. We do have a Major on the field. The Major does have a retreat path set up. So the rifle squad will just simply retreat into the center portion of the map. The Flak Half-Track once again getting a nice barrage off on the Greyhound. Greyhound right on top now of the thing. Takes a canister shot. Oh, whoa, look at that. That is brutal. Well, I can definitely say that is not like the canister shot of the Steward, because I'd never seen the Steward do something like that. Greyhound pushing forward, getting right on top of the Flak Half-Track. The Flak Half-Track trying to make it escape. Sorry about that. Flak Half-Track trying to make it escape. Rakuten Warfare on the field to defend the Flak Half-Track. The Flak Half-Track may be going down. Shot flies. Main gun destroyed. The Rakuten Warfare is on the field now, getting assaulted by all the infantry, getting pretty quickly taken down. Down to 3 men. Down to 2. Gets stopped by the Greyhound, and down it goes. Could potentially be stolen. The Flak Half-Track is still on the field, but it moves all the way back. It cannot really support anything because of the way that it's set up. Rakuten Warfare retreating, and there he goes. So Fortune getting himself a nice pickup here. He gets himself an AT gun. No longer needs to produce one. He can pretty much hold off with that one. And almost very close to taking out that Flak Half-Track. Flak Half-Track going to get repaired and going to be put it on. Wow, what did I try to say? Got to be put it in battle? Yeah, it's going to be put out on the field, or placed out on the field quickly. We also have a pack howitzer on the field for Romeo. It's a nice weapon. Oh, that's a fantastic shot. Nails the Volksgrenadier squad, also detonating a mine. I'm assuming that's probably going to be a mine from Fortune. I don't think Romeo has been laying mines of any type. Or is that just the shots? No, it looks like those are just the shots. Did it actually activate any type of ability? Oh, okay, so it's a high explosive barrage that you utilized. Ah, okay. I see what you did there. Very nice. So Fortune in pretty good position right now. We also see him getting a Sherman now that he has his Major out. Does put his Major out in the front, sets up the forward retreat point, so it allows him to push very aggressively. Flak Half-Track, however, is still on the field, so that is going to be able to stop his infantry very quickly. The Greyhound pushing forward, getting itself in the range and in the sights of the Flak Half-Track. The Flak Half-Track repositioning itself. However, the Greyhound moves a little bit too bold. We had a Schwerpanzer headquarters for Fortune up in the north, and it takes down that Greyhound. So Romeo suffering an unfortunate loss there. The Rakuten Warfare pushing forward as well. Down to 2 men. May actually get cleared out here by the Flak Half-Track. Shots continue to fly. Down to 1 man. Gets taken out. The infantry is on the field right next to it. Could potentially take it back. The captain. Oh, nasty shot there by the infantry support gun. Down to 2 men. Forces the... no, that doesn't actually force the retreat. The other squad on top retreated. This rifle squad continues to push forward. It is down to 2 men. What is Romeo doing? He's got... oh, there he goes. Oh, it was on autopilot right there. Oh! Ew, that's bad for Romeo. Sherman, taking a nasty beating up in the north, gets shot by the Schwerpanzer headquarters, gets shot by everything else, and also runs into a mine, which causes it to get its engine damaged and very low in health, so it needs to get the hell out of there. Could actually do with, well, the crew is actually not veteran, so that's why he can't do it. I was going to say he could do the critical repair to get the engine back online and move it out of the way quickly, but yeah, I mean, you need to veteran up your crew to 1 to be able to do that. So yeah, that's not gonna work. So who's shooting here? The infantry support gun? Oh, this is what shot. I did not see this. Yeah, so Fortune sets himself up with a Pack 43. A very nice position for that Pack 43, far behind the lines. It doesn't have a lot of range. It can only cover the center of the map, but he only needs to cover the center of the map. And the Sherman just took a massive beating up there. Rakuten Warfare moving up to the north. The crew is outside and repairing the vehicle. Rifle squad trying to capture the point up in the north center map. We see a big push here by the infantry, and even the Pack howitzer moving up to get some shots off on the Rakuten Warfare. The Flak Half-Track still on the field, being very annoying here for Romeo. Romeo needed to have killed that with his Greyhound, but unfortunately he was not able to get that last shot off. Still getting that stuttery thing when like in the original game, but again, I don't think that's ever going to change. Maybe if I get a different video card, potentially, but I don't feel like it's anything doing the frames, so I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see, the Flak Half-Track has at Veterancy 1, weapon penetration and range. At Veterancy 2, decreases the setup time of the flak cannon and enables the crew to track targets more efficiently. So, just keeps getting better and better after time. Sherman up in the north, engaging a Volkswagen squad. Volkswagen squad down to 2 men. I swear I'm not bored, I'm actually just tired. It's actually very late today. And it's a long day, sorry, so my brain needs a little bit of oxygen, but, well, there you go. So Sherman up north pushes away the Volkswagen squad, takes a little bit of damage. It's down to about 60% strength, needs to get repaired relatively quickly. Rifle squads on the field, trying to move in a direction where they can be useful. Sherman moving down south, also could do with some repairs. MG-34s for Fortune, trying to capture territory. This one retreats, as it looks like Fortune is aware of what's going on right now. Sherman not being able to do too much, and we now have a Panther on the field for Fortune. That is very, very bad news here for Romeo. He doesn't really have anything that can combat the Panther. Wow, I'm all over the place today, aren't I? Again, he needs an AT gun. He lost the Rocket and Warfare in the center and it got taken back by Fortune. So if he had that, it would be kind of okay. He needs to get himself an AT gun because the Sherman definitely doesn't stand a chance against that. Sherman is down south, getting repaired at the same time that the point is getting captured. The Panther is now in the center. And the Pack Howitzer taking some shots at the MG in the center. Getting some damage in there, but not getting any kills. Pack Howitzer does look pretty awesome. Yeah, there you go. Getting a nice hit in there. Flak Half-Track almost taking out the rear echelon squad. Rear echelon squad barely makes it out of there. The Pack Howitzer now takes shots at the Panther, enraging the mighty beast and making it push a little bit forward, but otherwise staying put. Shots continue to fly in that direction. Rocket and Warfare set up in some relative cover. Damn it! Stop it! Stop it, brain. You don't need oxygen to live. It's a myth. You just have to visualize yourself breathing. Anyways, so Pack Howitzer is just taking some shots into the center, trying to provoke some reaction here. And we see the Panther pushing forward into a wall of infantry. Rifle squad's right there. Shots flying at the Panther. The Sherman doing the work here. Oh, a nasty shot at the Pack Howitzer. Pack Howitzer goes down. The Panther takes a rifle grenade to the face by this squad. Gets its engine damage and is forced to back off rather slowly. However, it is essentially now in the safety of the Pack-43. The Pack-43, I mean, the Sherman can shoot out of the range of it, but the Panther will, well, wreck the Sherman regardless. Infantry support gun taking some shots at where it believes the thing to be. Sherman moving it. What was it doing? So the Sherman moves itself in reverse into the range of the Pack-43, the Panther, and even the flak gun, getting itself eliminated very quickly. That I don't exactly know what Romeo was thinking there. That was a big mistake. I mean, the Sherman really was the thing keeping in the game. We do see the airdrop combat group getting called in. This comes up with random set of equipment. It's 2 paratrooper squads and an AT gun for 900 manpower. They will land one of these days. Ah, there you go. So paratroopers dropping in, one of them equipped with LMGs, the other one equipped with Thompson submachine guns. Nice. And they don't have the ability to upgrade anymore, but the AT gun is there on the field. And we have paratroopers, so that's nice. That's a nice ability. I mean, 900 manpower is kind of expensive for what it is. I mean, take in consideration, for example, in VCO, where you had the combat group that would come in and it would be random, you know, a lot of random setups of what would be coming in with it, but it had the potential sometimes to even call in 2 tank destroyers. So I think for what it may be a little bit too expensive, but I'm referring to the fact of the impact that it may have on the game. Anyways, up in the north, a big engagement. We see our rifle squad getting annihilated there by that flag half-track. Flag half-track just pretty much being the thorn on Romeo's side the entire game. 28 kills to its name now. We also see down south the Major taking quite a bit of damage. The ambulance also getting a little bit battered. Paratroopers pushing forward. LMG squad and the Thompson submachine gun squad. Infantry support gun manages to nail the ambulance. The ambulance goes down and the Major retreats back to the base. Anyways, I was looking at the flag half-track. It has 28 kills. Let's see, at Veteran C3, it would have increased the accuracy and rate of fire. And Veteran C4 increases weapon penetration and range. So it's just a bloody nightmare now. I mean, frankly, I don't think it's going to die the rest of the game. Nothing is going to take it out now. Because also, Romeo is not in great shape anymore. He looks to be in a very losing position. Paratroopers pushing forward. The Panther just having its way with them. They do manage to clear out the infantry support gun, which is nice, removing the veterans they may have gotten, but the weapon is still there. Flag half-track eliminating the paratrooper squad on the retreat, so the LMG squad is dead. The one with the Thompson did make it out with one man left in the squad, which is nice. But Romeo is now getting himself a Jackson tank destroyer to try to compensate, potentially take out that flag half-track if it catches it, you know, out of position, and try and keep the Panther at bay. But the Panther on a one-on-one against a Jackson wins. I mean, even on a one-on-one, the Panzer IV wins against the Jackson because the Jackson is so lightly armored. But I mean, that's usually, I mean, you don't usually want to have your Jacksons on a one-on-one with anything. Flag half-track takes an 18-8 to the face as the rifles are annihilated or ripped to shreds. Down to 2 men forced to retreat. They make it out, but just barely. Romeo losing this game, really. I don't know, sorry. I don't see him coming back. We also see Fortune just adding insult to injury, getting himself a Stuka on top of that, so he's now gonna just start nailing the infantry from afar, and yeah. Victory points, not really a factor in this game, I don't think. We do have 277 for Romeo with 360 for Fortune. So Fortune does, or I mean, is going to be getting himself a 100-point lead at this point, but I mean, pretty much for the entire game, it's been rather even, considering that nobody is down to less than half the points. You know, again, it's not really a factor right now. So Romeo pushing back out, getting his Major set up out there on the field. Oh, Major's just getting shot in the face. That is not nice. Well, I mean, the Major's still there. It's the guy in the trench coat. You can look at him right there. That's the Major, the guy with the gun. But yeah, forced to reposition himself. Jackson making sure that it's targeting vehicles. So I'm assuming Romeo is going to be trying to set himself up for a push. Although he can do this, which is go down south and try to recapture territory and try to force Fortune's hand into moving, which is exactly what he should do. He can't just simply go the sledgehammer approach and try to batter his way into the center of the map, especially with that Pack 43 covering it. I mean, with the Pack 43, there's not going to be much they can do. Paratroopers running into the flag half-track. The flag half-track, again, just being ridiculously good. Rifle squad behind it just getting annihilated, again down to 2 men forced to retreat. Paratroopers getting suppressed there by the MG-34. They're caught between an MG and a flag half-track, which is ready to just annihilate him. Looks at the paratrooper squad, takes shots, takes massive damage, down to 3 men. Jackson moves up. Can it actually take out the flag half-track? Will it die? Smoke gets popped. Jackson pushes forward. He wants to finish this guy off. He doesn't want to leave him alive. The flag half-track is getting away. Pack 43 turns himself around, takes a shot. Oh, he missed the shot. The Pack 43 is going to shoot again. No. He puts himself in the smoke, keeping himself out of the line of sight and fire. The Panther, however, is now on the hunt. The Jackson is in a very bad position. Paratroopers, not the squad you want to have there because it cannot really oppose. The Panther can't even throw a rifle grenade. The Jackson trying to make his way out, but the Panther just catches up to him, takes him out in one shot, and down it goes. And with the Jackson gone, really any hope for Romeo is out of the window. He does have 230 fuel, which means he can build himself another one. But He suffered too much already. He hasn't been able to inflict the damage necessary. He didn't even get the flak half-truck, which is the worst part of it. Panther getting himself right on top of all the infantry. Fortune not having enough munitions to do, say, like a zeroing artillery. But he does have the Stuka barrage, which just falls right on top of everything. AT gun goes down. Major almost gets eliminated. The infantry does manage to move out of the way. Panther taking quite a beating, but considering the luck Romeo's had in this engagement, I don't even think he's going to be able to take it out. We do see Romeo popping the on me, giving infantry the ability to rally and have the buff there, which makes them a little bit stronger. The flag half-track, again, the crux from Romeo's army, gets in the way of the captain, forces a retreat on that, and stops all the infantry on the way. Veterans A5 acquired for the flag half-track. It gives it more maneuverability, and that is it. What does it say? Maneuver the vehicle with greater efficiency. So yeah, that's why I was able to get away. So very nice game. Very well played by Fortune, and unfortunate set of circumstances there for Romeo. But I don't know exactly what he was trying to do with the Sherman when he sent it straight to the center, in reverse of all things, into the line of sight of everything. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.